In this video, we're going to cover how to build your website, and this includes 4 parts. So number 1 is what website platforms you can use. Number 2 is how to structure your website and what to say. Number 3 is how to get your first client reviews to showcase on your website, which will massively help you get more clients in the future. And then finally, number 4 is your client conversion method. In other words, how are you going to convert people who visit your website into paying clients? So let's start with the website platform. Now, luckily we don't have to spend long on this because you can use any website platform you want and they all have ready-made templates. So you can launch your website within 1 or 2 hours. So if you're already familiar with a website platform, feel free to use that, whether it's Squarespace, Shopify, Wix, WordPress, Webflow, or anything else. Now, if you are deciding on a website platform and you're not sure, I personally would recommend Squarespace, and it's what my own website is built with. So it has a great library of templates you can choose from. It has all the features you need to sell a service, and unlike many other platforms like Shopify and WordPress, all of the features you need are actually built within Squarespace. You don't need any apps or plugins or coding or any of that other mess. Everything you need is within Squarespace. So what you can do is go to squarespace.com and click templates. Then you can either close the assistant and just look at all the templates, or you can provide Squarespace with an idea of what you're looking for. So let's continue with our UGC example. We want to create a website that presents us as a UGC agency. We're selling the service of providing videos of people talking about our clients' products and services. So we could choose marketing as what our website is about. And what we want to do with our website is to get appointments and sell services, right? So we'll then click next. And then you can either browse a selection of templates that Squarespace has curated for us, or you can build a website from scratch with the assistance of AI. So let's go for the templates to keep things quick and easy. So just choose whichever one you like. Personally, I love this first one. So if we click that, you can then customize it with your brand colors and things like that. But look at how well this site is designed. There's already a book consultation button at the top. Then you have an introductory section for your agency. You can either do it as a personal brand like this woman has done here, but I would actually recommend presenting yourself as an agency. So you've got this introduction section. You can discuss your approach, add a few key pieces of information about your service, case studies of client work, a couple of client reviews, a contact section, and a frequently asked questions section. Obviously, you don't need to keep this exact structure, but it's a solid foundation for you to then customize however you want, right? So that's Squarespace, or again, feel free to use any other website platform you want. If you want to learn how to use Squarespace or any of the other platforms, there's hundreds of step-by-step videos on YouTube, and the platforms themselves have their own YouTube channels too. So I won't waste your time going through all of that now. Let's stay focused on the actual drop servicing strategy and how you're going to launch this and make money. So that's the website platform. Now let's cover how to structure your website and what to say. We've mostly covered the structure already based on the Squarespace template we just looked at. But generally speaking, for any service business, you would obviously want the homepage, an About Us page, a service page that explains what you do, a portfolio page that showcases your previous work and client testimonials, and a contact page. That's really it. And what a lot of agencies are doing now is just having all of that on the homepage, so people don't have to click around to different pages. So feel free to do that. Now, when it comes to what to actually say on your website, it's very simple. Regardless of what service you choose, whether it's UGC or another type of marketing or a completely different type of service, what you can do is Google it, like for example, UGC agency, and then look at the websites on the first page of search results. This includes the ones who are running ads because they've clearly got money to spend, so they already have clients, and therefore their websites are capable of getting them those clients. So look at their websites and use them as inspiration for what to say on your own website. It's really as simple as that. This is why you should be able to launch your website within 1 or 2 hours. Your website platform's template has everything ready, and then you just need to add your branding and messaging, and you can get all of that from the leading websites of whatever service you choose. Obviously, don't copy them word for word, but you can use them as a guide for exactly what to say. So for example, when I Googled UGC agency, one of the examples was UGCers. So as you can see, they start with a quick introduction about the valuable service they provide to their clients. Then they showcase examples of their content. They explain the process for how the service works, and they also mention guaranteed delivery within 7 to 10 days, which is very normal for the service industry. It's good to mention the delivery timeframe on your website because it gives potential clients the information they need, and that will make them much more interested in your service. So yeah, 7 to 10 days is very normal, but obviously it will depend on the type of service you're selling. Or there isn't a delivery time frame because it's a monthly service, like social media management, for example. Then they list the different types of services they offer. This isn't relevant for us because we just want to pick one service, right? Like UGC, and that's it. Then they list a few brands they've worked with, which increases their credibility, and they've showcased client reviews, which increases their desirability and trustworthiness. And that's it. This is literally all you need to have. The only section I would add to this is the frequently asked questions, because again, the more information you can provide potential clients, the more interested they'll be in your service, and they'll be easier to convert into clients. So whatever websites you're using as inspiration, hopefully one of them will have a frequently asked questions section. And if they don't, it's absolutely fine, because what you can do is go to ChatGPT and provide the following prompt. And by the way, if you're not familiar with ChatGPT, simply go to chatgpt.com, sign up for a free account, and then you can provide it with a prompt, which is basically a request for what you want it to do. So here's the prompt. I run a UGC agency. Please give me an FAQ section I can add to my homepage that covers common questions and sales objections potential clients may have about UGC and my service. So all you'd need to do is replace UGC with whatever service you want to sell. And then boom, ChatGPT will give you a full FAQ section that you can just double check and then copy and paste onto your website. And we'll be using ChatGPT more in this course later because entrepreneurs who use AI will be able to do things faster and better than those who don't. So it will make your life easier and give you an advantage. All right, so that is how you structure your website and what to say. Then the next part is how to get your first client reviews to showcase on your website. This is really important because your website needs to show that you're a real business with knowledge and experience and that you have clients who are happy with your service. This will make getting future clients so much easier and faster, especially if they're all the same type of client. Like for example, let's say we're starting a UGC agency for e-commerce businesses in the supplements niche. It will be so much easier to get supplement brands as clients if you can show them that you're already successfully working with other brands in their niche. Again, this demonstrates your knowledge and experience and also maximizes your credibility and trustworthiness. In fact, you may have to actually start turning down brands who want to work with you rather than you having to chase getting new clients. Successful agencies have to do that all the time. So how do we get these first client reviews? Well, it's actually very simple. We give away our service for free in return for these reviews. Yes, it will cost you a little money to pay for the freelancer's work, but I'd consider it an investment because again, having client reviews will directly help you get paying clients in the future. You can showcase these reviews on your website, in social media posts, you can run them as ads, and like we just covered, you can also mention these clients when you're having conversations with new potential clients. So what you do is you find 10 potential clients, and we'll cover how to do this in the next video of this course. Once you've found them, you send them a message either on social media or through their website or via email. And you can use this template. Hi, we don't know each other, but I promise this isn't spam. I run a UGC agency that provides videos of people talking positively about supplement businesses like yours. Would you be interested in getting a UGC video for free? There are no strings attached, but if you like the quality of our work, we'd appreciate a testimonial from you. That's it. Please let me know if you're interested and I'll be happy to set up a call with you to discuss the details. So this message works really well because you don't sound like a spammer. You're actually acknowledging that you don't know each other. You then briefly explain what you do and then make the appealing offer of giving them your valuable service for free. You highlight there's no strings attached and all you want is a testimonial. So it's completely risk-free for them. And then finally, you offer to set up a call with them, which is like a nice personal touch. And it also shows that you're a real person and that you're serious. Now, here's the truth. Most people will not reply because most people don't reply to messages from people they don't know. That's absolutely fine because remember, we only need a few client reviews. Even one is better than zero, but ideally we want 2 to 3 because that shows you have multiple clients and more specifically, multiple happy clients. So send out 10 messages, see who replies, and then if you need to, just repeat that process until you get someone who's interested. This is the model that so many successful businesses have used to get started. If you don't want to give away your service for free to begin with, you can try having a website without client testimonials, but I guarantee you'll find it harder to sign clients. So that's up to you. Or you could just make up your own client testimonials, but I personally would just do it the real way. And the additional advantage of that is that you'll actually gain experience on how to deliver your service through drop servicing, right? And it's better to practice this with free clients rather than clients who are paying you money. So that's how you get client reviews to showcase on your website. Now, the final part of this video is the client conversion method. So how are you going to convert people who visit your website into paying clients? Yes, we've discussed your website structure and what to say, and that will do a lot of the selling for you, especially with the client testimonials. But how do you actually get them to make a purchase? Well, for most service businesses, the most popular and effective method is phone calls. This is for 3 reasons. Number 1 is information gathering. When a potential client is interested in your service, they'll often have questions that they'd want to speak to you about before deciding. So phone calls are a great way for them to ask those questions. Also, if a client is interested, you also need to get information from them, right? Like going back to our UGC agency example, we would need to know what product or service they want to promote, how many videos do they want, what type of results are they looking for, is it sales or something else, etc. Yes, you could just have an online form, but that would require them to type out a lot of information, or they might not know exactly what they need to say to you. Either way, many people won't bother with an online form. Then number 2, it's a significant purchase. So because your service will be several hundred or $1,000 per month or more, this will be a meaningful investment for them. And again, a phone call is a great way to establish trust that you're the right person or agency to give their money to. People are very protective of how they spend their money. They do not want to lose or waste that money. So this is really important. You want to build a relationship with them because any service business is a relationship business. Then finally, number 3 is related to that, sales objections. So most potential clients will naturally have doubts or concerns that need to be addressed before they'll feel comfortable becoming your client. So you want to give them an easy and open channel of communication for them to express these doubts and concerns, and then you can give them a personalized response to these sales objections. So that's why phone calls are the most popular client conversion method. Now, if you don't want to do phone calls, that's fine. You can just offer packages that people can buy on your website. And obviously, all the website platforms allow you to create products and services that you can sell online. And they handle the checkout process, receiving payments, and everything like that. So feel free to do that if you want to. Like for example, there's a UGC agency called Billo, and they allow people to buy packages online depending on their budget and how many videos they want. So clients can just directly purchase them on their website. But just be aware that your conversion rate will most likely be lower than if you spoke to potential clients on the phone because of the 3 reasons we just covered. You can always just try it first, see how it goes, and if you're getting sales, then great, just continue with that. But if you're not, or you're not getting as many clients as you want, then it's worth trying the phone calls too. So let's say we're going to go for the phone calls. What do you actually say on the call? Well, obviously it will depend on what type of service you're providing, but the best thing to do is to go to chatgpt.com again and use this prompt. I run a UGC agency that gets clients by having them book a free call with me. What is the best structure to follow on the call to maximize sales? Please include the structure, questions to ask, what I should say, and anything else that you think will help me maximize my clients. And then here you go. ChatGPT will give you a full breakdown of what to say from start to finish. Now, anyone who has done sales calls before knows that yes, it's great to have a structure, but every conversation will be different. So you'll have to adapt to your conversation in real time. And the best way to get good at doing these sales calls is practice. The more calls you do, the better you'll get at doing them. By the time you do your 20th call, you'll be so much better than when you did your first call. It's crazy how quickly you can improve at something like this, and you'll also get much more comfortable with it too. So yeah, use ChatGPT to give you a structure for your sales calls and what to say, and then just practice. And as you start getting clients, making money, and improving your performance, that's when running a business is really fun. And that's exactly the journey I went on. The start is always the hardest, but if you just keep pushing forwards, you get through that period, and then everything becomes easier and you become richer. The problem is people just give up on things too easily. So just don't do that. All right, so that's how you do the phone call. Now, let's say that the client is interested and they're ready to start using your service. All you need to do is, at the end of the call, let them know that you'll be sending them a confirmation email including a payment invoice for your service. In other words, they have to pay for your service before you start doing any work for them. So this is an example of an email you can send. Hi, it was a pleasure speaking with you today, and we're looking forward to working with you. As discussed, we'll be providing you with the following package that will start on date and will be delivered by date. 5 times UGC videos selling X product. If you're happy to proceed, our payment link can be found here. Once your payment has been received, I'll be in touch with the next steps. Let me know if you have any questions. Speak soon. Now, in terms of receiving the payment, there's 2 ways you can do this. One, you can create a page on your website that provides a description of your service, shows the price, and then a payment button so that your clients can make their payment through your website platform. So in other words, it would be the same as if you were selling your service as an online package, but you're simply having a phone call first because that's the best way of persuading people to become clients, right? So that's one super easy option. Now, the second option is to create a custom invoice link, and this is most suitable if your service will vary in price and what you do for each client. So you can still do this on your website, but it would require you to create a new page every time you make a different type of deal with a client. So a lot of service businesses just find it easier to create invoices. So to create an invoice, the most popular platform by far is Stripe. You can also use PayPal, but in my experience, Stripe is definitely the best. You can create a payment link for your invoice, which sends them to the payment page, or you can create a PDF version that you can attach to your email, and the PDF includes the payment link. Personally, I attach the PDF to the email so that the client has a record of what they're paying for. It's basically a receipt for your service. Now, there are loads of videos on YouTube for how to create an invoice on Stripe or PayPal, so feel free to watch a video there, but I just wanted to let you know that Stripe is the best platform to use for creating payment links and invoices. Now, back to the email. There's one more thing you can add if you want to, and that's a contract for your service. Many service businesses actually don't use contracts anymore. You just send the email with what you're going to provide, you ask for the payment, the client will pay, and then you deliver the service. But if you do want to include a contract, or the client asks for one, because it's mainly in their interest to have a contract, it's not really in yours, because you're getting the payment up front, right? But if you do need one, you can just Google your type of business, followed by a new client contract. So for example, UGC agency, new client contract. Or if you prefer, you can go to chatgpt.com again and use the following prompt. I run a UGC agency. Please draft a contract that I can send to new clients for my service. It's as simple as that, and then ChatGPT will provide you one that you can copy and paste into a Word document, write in the name of your business, make sure all the relevant information is provided, like how much you're charging for your service, and then you can include it in your email and send it to your client. All right, so that's how the client conversion process works. You send people to your website, they book a free call, you run through the call script we covered, they agree to becoming your client, you send them a confirmation email with your payment link, and then finally they pay, and then you start delivering your service to them. Now, we've got just one more thing to cover in this video, and that is, what do you actually use to arrange these phone calls in the first place? So if we go back to the UGC's website, you'll see they have a button to book a free call here, and they also have a link in the navigation bar. So when a client clicks that, they can see the available time slots and then book whichever one they want. There's many different calendar tools that you can use for this. Personally, I found the best one to be calendly.com. It's super quick and easy to set up, and it's also free to use. So all you have to do is create a free account, set up your calendar availability into 30-minute slots, and then Calendly gives you the option to embed the form onto your website by just copy and pasting a line of code. And many website platforms also have a direct integration with Calendly, including Squarespace, which makes it even easier. So once you've added your Calendly booking page to your website, you're now ready to start getting clients. All right, so this has been a big video. We covered what website platforms you can use, how to structure your website and what to say, how to get your first client reviews to showcase on your website, which will massively help you get more clients in the future. And then finally, your client conversion method. Phone calls are recommended, and we covered what to say on the calls, how to structure the calls, how to add a call booking system to your website, and if a client is interested, how to finalize their purchase via email, including attaching a contract if you want to, but most importantly, sending a payment link for them to complete their purchase. So now that your website's ready, let's cover how to attract potential clients to that website.